If you've been prescribed a CPAP machine for sleep apnea, the next question is usually, do I go through insurance or buy it myself? The answer can directly impact your wallet, sleep quality, and even how quickly you start treatment. Today we're breaking it all down. Insurance versus out of pocket. Which one actually saves you time, money, and sanity? Let's find out. The process is complicated, I know. You get diagnosed with sleep apnea, handed in a prescription, and suddenly you're knee-deep in terms like DME, compliance tracking, and rental periods. But wait, you're telling me you have to earn the right to keep the machine that helps you breathe at night? You're not alone. CPAP coverage can be confusing, but understanding your options could be the difference between restful nights and constant headaches, financially and literally. Here's what you'll walk away with by the end of this video. How CPAP insurance coverage really works, the true cost with and without insurance, what insurance covers and what it skips, the pros, cons, and hidden catches of both options, and my personal tips for getting the gear you need fast. Let's get you sleeping better and smarter. The big question, does insurance cover CPAP? The short answer, yes, but it's conditional. Most private plans such as Medicare and Medicaid cover CPAP as durable medical equipment, but to qualify, you'll need the following: a former sleep apnea diagnosis, a prescription, proof you're using the machine regularly, usually at least 4 hours a night, 70% of nights, and that's where the headache starts. Tracking, approvals, and sometimes even rental fees. If you opt for private insurance, there's a rent-to-own model, typically 10 to 12 months. It requires compliance tracking, you pay your deductible and possibly co-pays or co-insurance, and they may limit you to device options. For example, no fancy travel CPAPs unless justified. In the case of Medicare, you have a 13th month rental period before ownership. It covers 80% after your Part B deductible. There are strict compliance rules in the first 90 days or coverage stops. And there is a limited model selection. If using Medicaid, there are state-specific rules. They often mirror Medicare in structure. It may limit model options and supplies even further. And follow-ups, documentation, and compliance tracking is required. So this begs the question, why do some people skip insurance entirely? Because paying out of pocket gives you freedom. When you pay out of pocket, you get the following: immediate ownership, no rentals, no usage tracking or data sharing, faster delivery, often 24 to 48 hours from SleepLate if your RX is already on file or if you use our RX Express service, full control over features like humidifiers, apps, and travel-friendly devices, no risk of losing your machine due to non-compliance. Yes, it's a higher upfront cost, but sometimes cheaper in the long run if your deductible is high or you get denied for non-compliance. Also, remember SleepLate offers price matching, huge discounts with ongoing promotions, and even the ability to pay directly with your HSA FSA card and use those funds. If you're on the fence between using insurance or paying out of pocket for your CPAP gear, here's how it usually plays out. If you're going through insurance, your options are, let's say, limited. You'll probably be offered a basic model, and if you want something fancier like a travel-sized CPAP or the latest AirSense 11, it may not be covered. But if you're buying out of pocket, you'll get access to everything. With insurance, you're often in a rent-to-own situation. It could take up to a year before the machine is officially yours. Paying out of pocket though, it's yours the moment it hits your doorstep. No strings attached. Insurance usually means a lower upfront cost if your deductible is already met. But if it's not, you could end up paying hundreds before the coverage even kicks in. Out of pocket has a higher upfront price, sure, but sometimes it ends up being cheaper overall, especially when you factor in those sneaky monthly rental fees. With insurance, be ready to wait. There's paperwork, approval, supplier delays, it can take weeks. But when you buy direct, SleepLate can ship most machines out in 1 to 2 days. And here's the big one. Insurance wants proof that you're using the machine, usually 4 hours a night, 70% of the time. If not, they could cut you off. Out of pocket, no one's watching you. Use it how you need, at your pace, no pressure. With insurance, support can be hit or miss, depending on your DME provider. With SleepLate, you're getting a team that actually knows what they're talking about. We've got real humans who help with prescriptions, machine setups, and ongoing care. All right, let's talk about one of the most important parts of your CPAP therapy. The mask. This little piece can make or break your sleep, so getting the right one is a big deal. You've got nasal masks, full face masks, nasal pillow masks, even hybrid options. Some are lightweight and minimal. Others cover more of your face for people who breathe through their mouths. The right choice totally depends on your sleep style, facial shape, and comfort. With insurance, your options might be limited. Most plans will only approve one mask type at a time, and you often won't get to try different styles unless your doctor specifically requests it. So if the first option doesn't work out, you're either stuck waiting for a replacement or paying out of pocket anyways. But if you're shopping out of pocket, like through SleepPlay, you can choose exactly what fits you. No pre-approvals, no restrictions. Want to try a nasal mask and a nasal pillow mask side by side? Go for it. We even offer a 60-day mask guarantee where you can test the mask to make sure it's right for you. If not, you can exchange it for a different style. If your mask isn't comfortable, you're not going to stick with the therapy, and that defeats the whole purpose. So whether you're using insurance or not, make sure you advocate for comfort. Insurance also decides when you can replace your mask, hose, or filters. Sometimes it's not often enough. Buying for yourself means you replace what you need, when you need, no approval required. Okay, let's talk about what your insurance actually covers when it comes to your CPAP gear, and just as important, what it doesn't. What's usually covered? So if you're going through insurance, here's what you can almost always count on. Your CPAP machine, standard mask, tubing, filters, and a basic humidifier. Pretty much the essentials if you need to get started with therapy. What's not usually covered? Here's where people get tripped up. Insurance often draws the line at anything considered extra. That means travel size CPAPs, battery packs for camping or power outages, mask liners, CPAP specific pillows, cleaning devices, and even stuff like moisturizers or aromatherapy made for CPAP users. Yeah, those usually come out of your own pocket. If you want the extras, and honestly, a lot of them do make the therapy more comfortable, SleepPlay's got your back. If you want quick access, choice, and no compliance reporting, out of pocket might be the better move. But if your insurance has generous coverage and you don't mind some of the hoops, that path might save you some money up front. Take 2 minutes to check your insurance plan, your deductible, CPAP device eligibility, and coverage terms. Then weigh your options. Your sleep and sanity are worth it. Comment below, are you using insurance or going out of pocket? What's been your experience? Sleep well, friends. See you in the next video.